Ooh, when the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Hey guys, this is Psychic Bob. Yeah, I'm being crazy, because I'm an Aquarian and we're crazy, I was sitting here looking at this cool picture that I just got, and it shows the Zodiac constellation for Aquarius. Isn't that cool? Anyways, I thought I'd show that to you today because it's Zodiac Thursday. And, I love doing Zodiac Thursday because it's fascinating. I think that, oops, I'm dropping papers here. It's just one of those zany days. When I'm studying astrology, I find so many fascinating things. I discovered so much that is, really in the stars. And so, I just want to come here today and share a little bit with you. A lot of you have been coming out to my horoscopes blog over at my website. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for all your wonderful comments, your support. You guys have been great. And if you're new here at Spirit Channel, I have a way now you can get a little psychic help every day here from Psychic Bob. One is I'm doing videos 7 days a week, so you can tune in here and get a daily video. And also over at my website, I'm doing a horoscopes blog. So if you go over there to www.robert-hickman.com, I'll put the links below in the information box, you can now get your free daily horoscope. These are by me. You won't get them anywhere else, okay? So definitely go over there today, get your horoscope, check back every day, get your horoscope. Anyways, I am so glad you guys are here. Well, I've been looking at the alignments of the planets today, and we have an interesting time right now. Our moon is moving into the sign of Capricorn. Actually, it's already in the sign of Capricorn. It moved in, actually, it was on Tuesday evening at around 8 p.m. And this is kind of a long transit because it's staying in Capricorn all the way until Saturday morning. So we are in the sign of Capricorn now. Now, this is an interesting sign because, the sign of the Capricorn is the sea goat. And I'll put a picture up here of that. Capricorns are fascinating because that energy connected to that sign, very swift moving, gets everything going, really kind of powerful. Capricorns tend to have a very strong focus. They're very motivated people. They're very organized. And, I think that that's a wonderful thing. Occasionally, one of the challenges of being a Capricorn is that they can get a little rigid and sometimes a little emotional, But, every sign has its positives and its negatives. But the moon in Capricorn means that we're drawing in a lot of that Capricorn influence right now. And, if you want to learn a little bit more about this, you might want to go over to Lady Angela's website at rarewiccaspells.com, which is a wonderful paper you can buy called When the Moon is In. It's a big 2-page spreadsheet, and it outlines all the activities of the various lunar transits. Because, see, during the month, the moon moves through all 12 zodiac signs, and we draw power from each of those signs. So, for example, she says here on this page, when the moon is in Capricorn, what you want to, the theme of the day, when the moon is in Capricorn, the theme is sobriety and discipline, okay? Now, what you want to seek out, things that you want to kind of focus on during a Capricorn moon, is strategy, organization, and solitary planning. Solitary planning, plug away at a goal, make a business plan, rebrand yourself. You see, so that's really good business energy. And if you are, wanting to kind of draw off that energy now, and you've been thinking about starting a business, a really good time now, okay? It's really good also for marketing, self-development. If you've got to kind of present yourself to your boss, for example, to kind of have some influence to get a raise or get onto a project you want, Capricorn's real good for that, okay? Now, some of the things you should avoid during the Capricorn moon, emotionally delicate relationships, conflict with enforcement agencies, and being coldly strategic. See, Capricorn is interesting because this is one of the signs where the emotions tend to run a little haywire. And so, if you find yourself in conversations with people and suddenly it gets kind of weird, dramatic, intense, just kind of know that's probably Capricorn energy. And you want to step back and kind of go into a logical sort of mind. Um, I'm an Aquarian. Aquarians tend to operate from a logical mind. So we kind of go through Capricorn moons a little better maybe than some people. So if you're an Aquarian, you have a little bit of an edge now. Now, what's interesting here is it says, you know, try to avoid being coldly strategic. So when we talk about stepping back a little less emotion, it doesn't mean going to harsh extremes either. And see, I think that's one of the challenges of the Capricorn is extremes, extreme coldness, extreme emotion, extreme rage. It can fluctuate. So Capricorn, you got to kind of just take things slow, focus on the practical, focus on the here and now. If you get all off into philosophy and deep thoughts, you may, get distracted. So Capricorn's about a little more focus, a little more order here. Lady Angel also has another page, which I love. It's a nice set of pages, and it goes through all 12 zodiac signs. So this is about the moon in Capricorn, and it's 2 pages. So I would encourage you guys to check that out. I'm not going to read it all, but I thought I'd just read a little bit of it here to you. And it kind of defines the sign of Capricorn and the moon in Capricorn. It says moon in cardinal earth sign, Capricorn. By the way, that's true. Capricorn is an earth sign. The signs are divided between earth, air, fire, and water. So Capricorn's an earth sign. When the moon is in the cardinal modality sign, emotions may seem haywire and unpredictable. Beware of the tendency to be more touchy or sensitive emotionally during this time. When the earth element sign Capricorn, when in earth element sign Capricorn, emotions become a major factor and focus during this period. Expect deep discussions about yourself with others about emotions. So, just got to be aware there's a little heightened emotional sensitivity right now. Just know that and go with it. For people that are working in like counseling and therapy, this is a time where you got to kind of pay a little extra attention to what your patients are saying. I mean, not that you don't normally, but Capricorn seems to bring out, it's either really good or it's really bad. There seem to be a little bit of extremes in this. But, as I said, if you can detach and kind of go back to logic, you'll get through Capricorn just fine. Okay, so I don't mean that as a negative. Every sign is positive because part of the wonderful things of the sign of Capricorn is you can really get tasks accomplished. So if you've been putting off something, like you've been wanting to kind of work around your house or redecorate, move your furniture around, now's a good time. You'll have people with you. Everybody's focused, goal-oriented, see, so you can get a lot done. But anyways, I just wanted to come here and touch in on that. There's also another interesting transit that's occurring right now, and actually it's occurring today on Thursday the 28th. Mercury is going retrograde as of 1:20 p.m. And that's Eastern U.S. time today. So you'll have to adjust your time from wherever you are. But on the East Coast of the United States at 1:20 p.m., Mercury goes retrograde. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh my God, isn't that like terrible? I've heard something about Mercury going retrograde. Everybody calm down. There's been a lot of hype in the last few years by a lot of astrologers talking about Mercury retrograde. One of the things is, well, let me kind of define Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is when Mercury appears from the Earth's perspective to start going backwards across the sky. As you know, the planets go in a natural order, traversing their orbits. Well, when Mercury goes retrograde, the alignment of the planets makes it appear that Mercury is going backwards. It's not actually going backwards, but it's an illusion. But from an astrological point, when that occurs, many times there are challenges. Mercury is the planet that rules communications. So when it goes retrograde, communications get blocked, delayed, or stuck in some way. This is a very good time to be very, very careful. If you do public speaking or you have to prepare a speech or do a presentation at work, double check everything. Make sure your cue cards are right. Make sure your slide presentation is correct. Everything's in order, because things tend to, in Mercury retrograde, to get all mixed up in communications. Generally, it's advised that you be very careful and that you not engage in, for example, signing contracts during this time, because Mercury retrograde can also bring up legal issues and conflicts that were kind of hidden in the details. Okay, now just so you know, Mercury is going to be in retrograde from today until May 22nd at 9:20 a.m. So from now till May 22nd, be very careful with legal issues, legal contracts, presentations. The other challenge that sometimes occurs during Mercury retrograde are mechanical breakdowns. Machines' internal communications can go haywire. And so you could have computers break, phones malfunction, printers break down, automobiles. Whenever I used to work at a place, whenever Mercury would go into retrograde, the entire phone system in the building would go out. And I could literally time it by my astrological calendar. And I would be at work and the phone system would go down. They'd send out an email, phone is down. And I would open up my astrological planner, and guess what? It was usually right around the time Mercury went into retrograde. So that's one of the side effects. So also kind of, if you're traveling during Mercury retrograde, make sure that you've got, extra gas in the car. Make sure your cell phone's with you, because mechanical things do tend to happen during this time. Now, somebody's going to say, well, gee, Bob, if Mercury's in retrograde, maybe I should just stay home, not do anything, and just hide. No. Let me explain this. A lot of astrologers will induce panic in people and say, Mercury's in retrograde, just cancel everything. I don't believe that. I have a saying, the stars inspire, they do not compel. So what that means is, yes, there are going to be negative planetary influences around people at various times, but that does not mean you stop living life. It just simply means that you make appropriate adjustments so that you can get through that challenging time with as little disruption as possible. So don't cancel all your plans and stop everything. And I actually knew one person one time, they were in the middle of buying a house, and some astrologer told them Mercury went retrograde, and they canceled the whole house deal. And they ended up losing a lot of money because they weren't able to get another house at the same price with the amenities. So they ended up having a long-term loss, but that was because they went reactionary during Mercury retrograde. So this is not a time to go panicking and go fanatical. Just know, if you're in business negotiations, double check the contracts, double check the terms, make sure that everybody is on the same page. Because sometimes during Mercury retrograde, people will be talking and they'll walk away and they won't even know what they talked about. And they each have a whole different idea of what was said. So definitely, be careful of that. But anyways, at this time, we've got this wonderful Capricorn energy to move things forward. So hopefully that will balance out a little the challenges of Mercury retrograde. Anyways, guys, well, listen, I'm going to keep it short today. Just so you know, Psychic Bob is going to be traveling. Don't panic. I'm going to be away for the next few days because I have to travel, see my mom. And so I won't be in a place where I can put out videos. But you can still follow me through Instagram, where I'll be doing daily posts, as well at my website with my horoscope blogs. So we'll be back here on Monday with another video for you. But for the next few days, just follow horoscopes over at robert-hickman.com, and also go to my Instagram page at instagram.com/psychicbob. Okay, I'll put the links for all this below. Thanks for being here, guys. Keep it here. We'll see you back here next Monday. And of course, next Thursday we'll have another Zodiac Thursday.